I'm live. I'm alive on Unlisted Live. Yes, it's true. It is that time of the year where we're going out and delivering food to people to make some extra money for Elsa's fall Scaventure. She's leaning towards a 3-day Scaventure, 3 to 5, I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going. Yeah, it looks like it's maybe going to be her and Sandy. So, while Sandy's getting trained up and they're working out the kinks, I've been going along, to cart food up to doors and go inside restaurants and do all the things that, people do when they're delivering food. So I pulled out tonight an Arizona Highways, a travel magazine, the official Glacier Country, Montana 2022-2023 travel guide with some very fun pictures in it. And I've got that olive and cocoa that we looked at on the last Sunday that I was live. I am sorry about last week. I apologize for not, being there for the lives, but I did need some time to get some things done. I don't know where this month went, guys, but it sure did go, didn't it? I love this cover. I thought about cutting out the ladies as like paper dolls, but I also love the flamingos in the background. So for now, I'm going to just cut the top and bottom off, the words and stuff. And we'll decide what to do with it later. For now, we'll just slide it under there. And we'll just look at the little red truck. I think we're going to just do the red truck on this page. So I don't really care for the bud faces and stuff. And I know some people do, but I do not want to fussy cut all that out. So I'll just add that to the recycle pile. It's a red trip cooler. I will say that this magazine is pretty expensive. Like the items in it. Like this flamingo here, this flamingo planter is $798. This little truck here, the succulent planter, is $88. Like this is not your normal tchotchke type deal. This is for people with some monies. But somebody suggested I get the catalog. I think they saw it on Michelle's Relax Cut Glue. Not Michelle, Nicole. I'm going to have to leave the E there. Otherwise, we're cutting the top of the flamingo head off, and what's the point? The whole point is to get the flamingo. My allergies are just something awful, you guys. I hope yours aren't this bad. Okay, we're going to go to scissors here. My nose is cleared up from the allergy pills, but oh my gosh. I want to scratch my eyeballs out of my head, you guys. It is outrageous. So I hope wherever you are that yours are not too bad. We are still having unseasonably. Isn't that just too fun? I'll fix this little crumple right up here. I'll put some washi tape or something up there, and I'll get that fixed up. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the succulent truck, even though I'm not a red truck person, and all of these are based off the red truck. It's everywhere. And as cute as it is, it's not the be-all and end-all of decorating. And I know that some of you out there really love the truck. I'm not saying it's not right for you. I'm just saying it's not. I would not have a whole collection of them. It's just not my jam. But if you love it, more power to you. Have fun. Whatever makes you happy, You should always do what makes you happy. Unless it's illegal, then maybe you should think about it for a little bit before you do it. Okay. I don't really feel the need to pull anything out of this side. But I do like this little bunch of succulents and stuff here. I do love this zebra with the flowers in its hair. I'm probably going to cut out the square for now, and then I may fussy cut out the zebra later. So I'm going to take this big image, and I am going to try and... The pages are fairly thin, is a downside here. They are pretty thin, but that's okay. I am going to try and cut that again, though. I didn't get quite all the way off the bottom. So back to deliveries, which means you may see coming up in my InstaFeed street signs and other shenanigans. I haven't been able to get into my... I don't know the password to my Google. It just logs me in every time. And I've known I needed to fix it for a while, but I haven't got around to it. So I will be getting that fixed up this week. It takes a couple of days for them to start the reset process. I don't remember any of their stupid numbers on that two-step verification either. They set this whole thing up, and then, you know, by the time you need it, you can't remember any of the stuff you're supposed to. So I'm just going to leave that like that, because I'm probably just going to cut that zebra out. Cute and fun. I'm going to pass on this stuff here. That's getting married stuff. I don't need anything to do with that. They have some really lovely stuff in here, but it is expensive. Some Delancey? Oh, hold on. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. And that is my allergies at work. These look like they might be hand-blown with the champagne flutes. You know what? I might go ahead and fussy cut those out. Just because they're a little different. I am not, however, going to fussy cut them out in this moment. Because now my eyes are watering because I sneezed. Okay, and I don't go in for any of this lovey-dovey kind of crap. You know me. That's a nice bouquet of flowers, though. We'll go ahead and take the bouquet of flowers. Where was I? I never finished a story, do I? So you'll be seeing more stuff on my Insta. I did get my phone renewed. I still need to do my sale. Oh my gosh, I had this pile of ironing in the garage, and this is what I've been working on all week. I did not realize how big this pile of ironing had gotten. Now, it was a substantial pile of stuff, but I didn't realize how much it had compacted. So every time I think, oh, I'm almost at the end, and I look at what's, left in the pile, I'm like, oh my God, there's still so much left in the pile. Dude, I've been ironing every day since I didn't go live, like huge chunks of time, plus doing some other stuff. I still have not finished the pile. That's cute, but I don't really need a picture of it. Like, okay, that's cute. I want that. Okay, we'll take the little stuffy things. Look at the little crab. But we're going to take the ones on this side because they're cute, The crab is kind of off the page. And I will tell you, though, that is C. C is personalized book and giraffe. No. Okay, where did the C? Let me go and swallow. I don't know where the one for the, but I think it was like $88 for the book and the crab. Like, I think that's adorable, but I would not pay $88 for that little crab. All right, back to what I was saying. I'm going to cut it going this way because I want to try and cut the words off there. I guess if you're hoity-toity, if you have money, I could see doing it for your kids and stuff, but maybe. I don't know. I'm such a cheap bitch. I do want this sweet little lamb, but I do not want Like they posed it, they crossed its little legs and everything. It's too cute for words. But the little lamb and blanket is $94. The flamingo and swaddle is $138. And the pink papillon and swaddle is $98. So these are not cheapy things. Presumably, though, they're made well. You know, usually you get stuff at this price point. It's made really well. So if you're handing down things to kids, you know, or you want to give them, you know, that could be somebody's bubby for till they're older, stuff like that. I'm going to leave that at the top. I'm probably going to cut that with scissors. I guess I could do, no, I'll just do it later. I don't have much patience right now for details. That's going to be a pass. We'll cut the peace sign out, I think. So let's take that. Because we can totally fussy cut that out. That'll be a nice addition to her. I love the little sunshine slipper. Some happy flower slippers. Those are cute. And maybe we'll take this little dogs with the flowers in their hair and stuff. Could be a thing. I don't care about the bees and flowers, but I'm after. And I don't need a picture of slippers. These two will be cute. I just like the little flowers on the front. He's very cute. So yeah. Sandy and Elle seem to be doing okay with the food deliveries. Sandy isn't quite ready to not have an extra person there yet, but I don't want to go 3-person on the Scaventure, and while it's fun for all 3 of us to be in the car, it's a bit much. And like I could use that time to work instead of just sitting in the car being an extra person, you know. And I'm gonna cut that out, so I'm not gonna bother to try and cut the seat off there. I'm gonna fussy cut that all the way down. And so when they go on Scaventure, since Sandy will have done the bulk of making the gas money and stuff, she'll probably wind up going with Els on the Scaventure, and I will stay home and work because that's what I need to do. I need to save my monies for a new computer before mine blows up in my face. I suppose we could keep that one for 4th of July. And there's another peace sign, so let's do that. And so yeah, it's not that hot still. We got up to like 95 the other day. And it was a little warm while we were out on Sunday afternoon. But we made decent money. And we had a good time doing it. And that's the most important part. Is if it's not fun, why bother? We listened to some 70s music. We told jokes. All the fun things that people do when they're in the car, you know. Okay, so let's look at this. Do I want to have the flamingo again? Or the flowers? I'm kind of digging those flowers. But I also I'm going to go flamingo. Flowers are everywhere. Flamingos, not so much. Okay. And this one doesn't have a letter on it. All right, so that's one magazine down. Next up, we'll start with our Montana magazine because it's the thickest. And then we'll look at the time and see, because that took us 15 minutes to do that one little magazine. You know what? I'm also going to keep this little piece right here. I'm just going to real quick cut the words off it. Because it's such a fun little bit with the flamingos on it. It could be used in Scraps of Joy. And that will be fun. Just a cute little doo-dah, doo-dah. Anyway. I hope Carla is feeling better and work is adjusting. And that Janice finally had a good week. And we all try. We don't always get there. That is very pretty. I love the glacier country up there, you know. It's Tuesday. I'm filming this on Tuesday. So this is, we're doing Glacier Country, Montana, official 2022-2023 travel guide. And you know, I love stuff with roads on it. So all I'm doing is cutting off the words here. Because I don't want the words. I'm going to keep Montana, though, for ransom letters. And then we're just going to start. And away we go. So we're going to just trim this down. I don't need the whole little doodah here. And this will go in our summer glue book. He's right near the edge. So we'll keep it that big. But probably what I'm going to do is cut off this back piece here and cut it right there to make it fit better on a glue book page. So, greetings from Glacier Country. Recreate responsibly. Okay. The backbone of the world. Now, I have heard Montana called that. This is divided on twosies here, so I'm going to not use either of those. But I do like this. And I love the words broaden your perspective. So let's start by just cutting this part off. Trim up that edge. And we'll take the words off. Okay. And there we go. Oh, except that. We got to take off the beyond the part. There we go. And there, see, we've got, I think they're fishing. Oh, I got itchy. My eyeballs are so itchy, you guys. Oh my gosh. They hurt. I itched them too much. But I can't take any more allergy medicine. I know you can't like OD on it, but it can only take so much. I'm ready to itch my little eyeballs out. Ooh, and I have been using that soap that Carla sent me, that African black soap. Broadening perspective, that needs to go over here for words. I got a foam dispenser for it. I'm recycling hot air balloon. A hand soap foam dispenser. I cleaned it out real good. And let's cut off this side. And I put it in there because it's super, super liquidy. If you've never used it, it's basically like pouring water into your hands. But when it's in the foam dispenser, it dispenses out the perfect amount, no waste. And it gets the job done. I have never felt so squeaky clean in my whole life. I was missing out. And now there won't be any waste. So I think I'm going to cut this down because that feels like an awfully lot of picture for the one balloon. So we'll keep it like that. That's cool. All right. Let's see what we've got coming up. So the question is, I think we can get the girl on the bicycle. We can't get the grouping of teepees here. We can get the girl on the bicycle and the 3 at the bottom, which are snow pictures. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and cut her right off there. And then we'll get these 3 down here, which are going to be winter pictures, which we don't have nearly enough of. Okay. So, yeah, downhill skiing here. And I'm okay with the words on them. They're just describing. I don't know what the difference. Nordic skiing, is that like cross country? I'm going to make that assumption, although I don't know. And then this is motorcycling over here, which I'm not going to put in the winter pile because it looks more like fall. Everything is yellow. But there is a little tiny bit at the top where I didn't quite cut the border off all the way. Only here it's okay. But I do need to cut this rough edge off where I tore it out of the magazine. Oh, that's okay over there. Right, just that one. And then I do want to try and cut the number 3 off this. So first let's take off the, I'm not going to take off anything. We're going to have to cut a straight edge with the scissors. Scissors. I forgot if I was telling you a story. Anyway, I finished Criminal Minds up to the current season. There were only 10 episodes in that little evolution thing they're doing. And I'm going to say this. You all know I love Criminal Minds. Love, love, love. So that's what we got. The girl bicycling. These people cross-country skiing. This guy crazy downhill skiing. And this guy on a motorcycle. And then here's a guy motorcycling over here too. Plus a snowmobiling guy. Hey, that's exciting. Okay, so we're going to definitely take the guy on the motorcycle. We're going to cut off the top half here, though. I don't need that. So let's just cut out both sides of this. And we might take this here too. I didn't like the... I didn't like this last season as much as I had other seasons. I thought they had brought good closure to it, you know. And I'm just gonna cut this like right here. Because I don't need this. I know where Montana is. More or less. There are a little bit of words at the bottom though. Let's go ahead and take those off. I understand the necessity for, you know, staff changing and all that. So I wasn't disappointed in the characters or, you know, all of that. It just felt too contrived, you know. I think they're trying too hard. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I'm over these epic story arcs. Where everything becomes real personal, you know. I'm going to leave it at that. I want these 3 pictures here. They're very nice. Well, not necessarily the airplane lane, but let's take these. That's got a rainbow in it, and that's a very nice landscape right there. So let's go ahead and take those. So, but I did enjoy the rewatch. I had forgotten a number of episodes, and there were a couple seasons that I had not watched of, the original series, that I somehow managed to miss them. So I'm not disappointed about that at all. And according to, scuttlebutt on the internet, there is going to be another season of Evolutions, and I'll watch it. I know I will. But I don't have high hopes for it. Also, it was only 10 episodes instead of the usual number. They were having 23 to 27 episodes a season. To squeeze all of what they put in there into 10 episodes was quite a lot. And that may be why it felt contrived to me. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Sometimes networks got to let stuff go. Lots of road ones. And I'm going to take the get outside and play here. And I'm definitely going to take the guy bicycling. And then we'll come over here. And these are pretty good pictures. But let's see what's on the other side. If there's anything we need on the other side. So yeah, we'll take those two. But let's cut this rough edge off. Because I always forget. I get to the end and I'm like, oh, but I still need to cut the rough edge off, And the words at the bottom, we don't need those. And I'm actually going to cut a little bit more of that off to make it more reasonable to get at this. And I want to take the words get out and play, so that's always fun. That is a big picture, but it's a very, I like it. I don't know what you'd do if you came across two cars. People drive like lunatics even on those kind of crazy mountain roads. The roads to Kings Canyon, down into Kings Canyon up at Sequoia National Park are like that. It can be terrifying. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I missed you guys on Sunday. I felt very guilty for not going live. I was getting stuff done. Actually, we were out delivering all day until about 7 o'clock. And our last delivery was such a pita. Not the people. It was in an area up in North Las Vegas. New construction and stuff. And they're hard to get around. Their construction's not done, so Google hasn't mapped it very well. So it sends you to all these gates that aren't open and stuff because it doesn't know. It just knows that there are gates there. And so it increases your delivery time, which affects your online, your on-time delivery score, which is part of the rankings for how often you get orders and what kind and dollar amount you get. So it affects your income if you can't get there fast enough. And of course you have to be safe, so. But I don't like it when that happens because it takes you twice as long and then you start getting orders that don't earn you enough money, want to make it half as much every night. Okay. That's kind of like a cabin in the woods deal, only it's a tree house that's all glass. Ooh, that's nice up here. That's pretty. Okay, so we have to make choices. Oh, I love that. But I think the side is better for overall. We're definitely going to take the tree house, and we'll get the pictures up here too. I don't know about the whatever that food is in the middle, but I'm going to cut this down a little bit because I don't necessarily want all the surrounding stuff. And I definitely don't want the words. So, yeah, so I did finish Criminal Minds finally. At long last. So that's what we're going to stick with. We can cut more off here if we need to. And then I didn't quite get all of the bottom, I cut a little bit below the line. Not on purpose, it just happened. I guesstimated wrong on where the end of the cutter was. And then I started Criminal Minds because apparently there's 20 seasons of that now. And Gibbs isn't in it anymore. I'm in season 2 or 3, I think. I binged that a lot of it last night and on Saturday. After, last night after we got home, and then into this morning. But I also started Dexter New Blood. Somebody spoilered it for me, so I'll finish it, but I already know how it ends. I hate people that do that. Okay, I should say I hate it when people do that. I don't necessarily hate the person. It wasn't very nice. And the motivation was them being a dick, so I did not appreciate that. Okay, ooh, let's see here. Okay, before we go any further there, let's go ahead and cut this edge off because it's starting to make a lot of noise when we tear out the pages, and it'll just be cleaner edge too if we trim this off. It'll keep us from getting major damage on the. Go into the trash can. So I have to decide. There's a woman playing yoga. Mm-hmm. I think I want the yoga lady more than I want the buffalo. But I do want this mountain goat. So we want some of the sky here. I want there to be sky. Because there's a buffalo right in the middle. So that's our picture. Lady doing yoga outside. And then let's get the mountain goat. Oh, I missed a little bit of the edge there, didn't I? Round 2. And then, so I'm like on the 2nd or 3rd episode of New Blood. And again, I think there are only 10 episodes. There's not very many. But I'm going to let it sit for a couple days because I was so mad about it getting spoiled for me. I mean, when I clicked on it, I was like, how far could they go with this, They had already jumped the shark on the old series. Like, way jumped the shark. Montana's backyard treasures. So we're going to go ahead and cut off these words over here, the state park thing. And this will probably wind up going in our fall section because the leaves are yellowing and some of the trees are bare. So this is a late fall, early winter picture. Would be my guess on timeline. But it's nice. Also, I think that there's some ice in the river here. So, cool. Coolness. So that's where I'm at. And I want to watch that Dungeons and Dragons movie. It looks kind of funny. Looks like they put some humor into it. Okay. Okay. It's like an Indian scene. I think we're going to cut this into 3s. So I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to cut the top off this one to take the magazine portion off there. And then we have to take the words off the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here, though, because these are awfully tall. And this is the portion that is torn out of the magazine. And then there's one more guy over here by himself. And I don't know, I didn't read the article, so that could be them out in the field doing some kind of reenactment or something. I don't know. But it is from the Blackfeet Nation. So, which is, you know, in Montana. Okay. We might be able to get this little canoe section off there. And there's a couple. Oh, but I love that more. I love the leaves. Okay. Gotta have it. And then we'll see what else we can get off the other page after we cut this off. If there's anything else that's salvageable. Okay, so there's a couple of these pictures down here. This trees in the road. And this guy, I think he's bicycling. I'm not sure. But we're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut that. And they'll just be little wonky pictures. That ought to drive somebody's OCD like right over the edge later. Because they're just a little cattywampus. Okay. Once we cut this part off, we'll see if there's anything on the other side we can salvage. Because there were still some other pictures back there. I'm not sure. I'll look, though. Love the shading of the leaves. See, this is what falling leaves is supposed to sort of represent, that kind of color scheme. Not quite that bright yellow, but when we get into the more dead leaves as they're starting to turn into the crispy critters, that's kind of what we're going with the falling leaves. Okay, not really. Okay, nothing in there I can't live without. Discover our most colorful season. Well, yeah, I love fall. But I don't really dig that picture, so I'm going to let that one go. Now that side's a little nicer, and that's got a guy fishing on it. So let's do that. Let's cut the edge off, though. You know what, though? Roll a tea. Roll a tea. Which is tomorrow night. I'll have probably a video for you. We're trying to do as many days as possible. Get some money in early, you know. And I'll let you know as soon as I know when this is something called Hungry Horse. So if you're familiar with Montana, this is Hungry Horse. Maybe a state park or nature preserve or something. Beautiful is what it is. And I don't normally take guys fishing, but this guy's fly fishing, and I can live with that. I feel like that's more sporty. You have to get out in the water, and you're not using a sonar and shit. At least, you know, it's a skill then. I feel like it's a skill you're not relying on. Okay. Ooh, they have morel mushrooms up there. I don't feel like I need any of these pictures, though. So I'm going to let them go. Oh, there's a nice winter picture. Now let's just cut the top and bottom off that. And we'll put that in with our winter pictures. And the rough side, of course. We're going to cut the rough side off. We are short, or I am short on winter pictures, so I want to get as many of those as I can. And we'll take this side one even, too. Because I like that side one better than I like this one with the... I just like this one. So let's cut the rough edge off. And then we'll have us a long, tall, skinny picture. And the words off the bottom, of course. And this is Whitewash Mountain Resort. That sounds like fun. Let's go ahead and cut the edge off this. So we still got about half the magazine to go. We may not do that third one. We may save the Arizona highways because we're hitting at 40 minutes. And I know for a video, a lot of people don't want to watch more than 20 minutes. So I'm already double that. I could have just done one magazine, I guess. I was aiming just to fill the same time as my regular live. And ooh, Wondrously Wild. I like that. So let's take that. That's in Bozeman, Montana. I want the, so maybe, well, let's do this. Let's cut that off. I really just want the couple in the, and not because it's a couple, but just because it's people hiking outside. And then I'll take the words separately. So there they are. La-di-da, holding hands, hiking. And I don't need that picture. Let's go ahead and cut this down. And we'll put it over here with these other words that are trying to run away. Okay, and yeah, we can still get a couple over here. We can get a few of these. Let's flip it over and trim off the edge on this side. So we get some bicycles for the summer journal. And that's fat biking on the snow. Those are those bikes with those big fat front tires. Apparently they're good for snow. Okay, there's somebody zip lining. That's definitely a summer thing, right? I want to go zip lining, but also terrified of zip lining. Okay, so I'm going to keep these all together for right now. And we'll cut them apart when we're summer glue booking. Because the small images, you know, they're all going to fall to the bottom. If I cut them apart. I don't need another picture of a couple hiking and holding hands. Meet in a state of awe. That could be fun for the summer glue book, I think. Let's cut the words off the bottom and the edge off the side. And that could take up a whole page. But we are going to cut the words off. I'm going to maybe cut it right. Well, I think I want some of the dock in there, you know. I can see the water out there. That's where the words end. We got just a little tiny bit of the water out there. But you can see the river off over here too. We don't need that side of things. And I'm okay if we don't have big Earth Destroyer 3000 pictures. Okay. Hell to the no on the wedding picture. This cross king is okay. We'll take that. I'm sure Els will tell you some stories from the food delivery. She's always good at embellishing those so they're extra fun. I just totally made a hot mess out of that. That's all me. It happens sometimes. Okay. We'll leave it that long for right now. But it'll probably get trimmed down some left to right. Yeah. Not in love with maybe this one down here. Let's see what's on the other side. I'm not particularly in love with any of those, but these are nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut those numbers off. Yeah, no, let's cut them off the top part. I feel like we're cutting way too much of the picture left to right if we do that. We'll take them off the top portion of the picture. Come on, get lined up. There we go. Okay, and then there are words down here on each picture that we have to cut off. There is just a nice picture of the river. And we're cutting the 8 off there. And that is a guy wading in a river at Cabinet Mountain. At the Cabinet Mountains. Oops, I can still see the words there. And last one. This is people in a kayak or a canoe at Sealy Lake. Here we go. Definitely 3 more summer pics. Okay, I think this downtown area could be nice for the rollatini. Not so much the parking lot side though. Ooh, there's the double rainbow picture. We definitely need that. It's got a rainbow here and then a rainbow there. Let me see if I hold it up. I think you guys can see it. At least the first one. There's the second double rainbow. So there's one here and one over here. One is a little bit darker than the other. Okay. And then I'll just use the scissors to cut the ends off that. It may not remain this long. You guys know the story. I like to keep it in the original size if I can. And then trim it down if I want to. Or need to for the use in the glue book. Okay, we've hit some just informational pages. Unforgettable experiences. Campground, parks, and RVs. Get social with it. List all their social medias. I can live without those. Although that's quite a nice picture right there. And then we've got, whitewater rafting again. So we'll take those 2 smaller pictures. Let's start with the rough edge. Make sure we're snug. So, and in addition to having, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a good start to your week as well. Being Tuesday and everything. I hope all the dads out there had a fantastic Father's Day. It always sneaks up on me because my dad has passed away. And I just don't think about it that much. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the scissors because these are pretty small. Just people rafting in the big yellow rafts. 1 and 2. 2 little rafting pictures. There they are. Okay. Not too shabby. I don't think I need a bowl of fruit. So we could take this little pic over here. Ross Creek Scenic Area. It's a little wooden path, walkway thing leading into the woods. I think we can get the rest of this with the scissors here. Let's go ahead and... I guess we could maybe later fussy cut out the bowl of fruit. Who knows what you're going to need. So, fussy cut that out later. Let's go ahead and cut that out. Montana seems like a lovely place. Except that, it's cold AF up there. Those are some winters, right? And I think it's one of the compound states, where militia people like to go. Apparently they have recreational marijuana, though. It says, consume responsibility in western Montana. It was important enough to put in the travel brochure. So in western Montana, you can imbibe if you are so inclined. It would kill me because I have asthma. I'm not eating any drug that will make me stop breathing or hack up a lung. I'm anti-hacking up a lung. Okay, so it's a road and a river, and they're paralleling each other. Parallel. I like the word parallel. It is fun to say. Okay, there's another river shot. That's Sealy Lake again. And lots of that. Let's go ahead and take that one as well. Never have too many pictures of a pretty lake. We didn't go out yesterday though. It was incredibly slow. And 2, Els needed some recovery time. She was not feeling so good. I think she overdid it over the weekend. And she hasn't even looked at it today, so I don't know. We may not actually be going out today. I'm just making an assumption. Because yesterday she said we would. But I think we all know. Sometimes Elle says stuff and then doesn't do it. Sometimes we all do that. Okay, so do I want Whitefish Lake or do I want... we have a dearth of winter pictures. Let's take the... let's see. What is a Whitefish Mountain Resort. So let's take that one. Because we have less winter pictures than any other kind. So coming up, tomorrow's Rollatini. Thursday, I'm either going to make a video of some envelope journaling or I might do a summer glue book page. I don't know. We'll see how I feel on Thursday. Video, if I'm not live, if I'm doing a video, the video will be available at the time I would normally go live. So like this one will be available today at 5:15. And excuse me. And tomorrow's video will be available at 8:15 after Rosemary's live. That way you guys can, if I'm not, you can still watch me at the time you would regular watch me. And hopefully it won't be too, I don't know, I could be assuming incorrect things, but that way you won't miss me. But I will still miss you. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. All right. But you know what? We could use that for Rollatini. So let's go through here real quick. I don't really want to use any of these just informational pages. I don't think that's very much fun. Let's take this map page here. And maybe these pictures I didn't like quite so much. We'll put some of those into the Rollatini. That way we'll do meet in a state of awe and the Rollatini. That's all for the recycle. Yeah, I think the rest of this is okay. And I'll go back through the other pile and pull out a few for the Rollatini as well. It is 55 minutes, so I'll do the Arizona highways next time. It's the June 1996 version, and there are some very lovely pictures in there. I'll show you guys the covers. I love the covers. Now, I have thought about, because this is a nice size magazine, look at the inside picture. I'm going to go to the middle, and I'm going to see how this would look. Hold the phone. Sorry, I was thirsty. Let's undo these staples. I just had an idea. Like, literally, it just happened. I thought about a way to try and get some of these great big images to use as covers. Because that is a lovely picture of desert blossoms. I am not a fan of living in the desert long term, but I will tell you, there are a lot of gorgeous things. I'm pulling the staples out. They are some long ass staples. Industrial Staple magazine. What I want is the cover. Okay, so there's the whole magazine. Hey, there's one of those. Let's put those aside. You know we're saving those. So here's the cover, and look at the cover. Now, and even here, there's like a creek thing. What if we, like that, and then we cut panels for the inside to thicken it up a little bit of something else, like maybe from I have other Arizona Highways magazines, so maybe cover on cover. The spine would definitely have to be reinforced with something fabric. But so this would go like this. I would love it if this was the cover, but that's hinged on the wrong. I suppose I could make it that way though. I could fix it around, and then that would be the back, and that would be kind of groovy. Okay, I got to think about this a little bit, but that could be a possibility. So let's put the whole magazine back together. Sorry, went off on a tangent. If the pages were thicker, I would just use a page, but okay, that was a fun little mind experiment. All right. So that's it for tonight, you guys. If you see me live, then this video will be some other time. I'll just reuse it at a later date, next Thursday. However, it is Tuesday, the 20th of June. Holy cow. Where is this month going? So I will see you all again soon. Thank you for understanding during this time while we're doing the deliveries to make the money for the Scaventures. Whoever's going or whoever's not going, it will all be good and fun, and everything will be right in the world, right? However you guys are spending your days and nights, I truly hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Remember, happiness isn't always, it's bits and pieces here and there. You snatch it up where you can, and you just hug it to yourself and enjoy the moment. Thank you so much for you guys bringing so much joy into my life. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Make the goodies. Have the fun. Bye, 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 bye. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. And that is the end for the night. The end.